What's up, guys? Today we are discussing if the resale business takes advantage of people.
Every once in a while we get a comment. It's not very often, but every once in a while somebody asks us, they think our profits are too high and that must be taking advantage of somebody.
That's right. We're Rob and Melissa with Flea Market Flipper. We've been doing this for over 20 years, so we've had a lot of experience in this arena. That's why we're going to dive into this question and get to the root of it to let you guys know if it is taking advantage of people.
So our first one is, are we taking advantage of our buyers? Well, we want to make our buyers happy. That's part of our business. So we want customers coming back, or we want to keep our customers happy, or we couldn't have an eBay business really. And our items, even though they're high profit, we are not selling at retail. We are selling typically at half of retail.
That's right. Our money is made in the buy. We take the time to go out, seek out those items that are advertised or at a low price that we can actually buy them low and then sell them high. Now, when we sell them high, like Melissa said, it's not at retail. We're buying an item. We're trying to sell at half of retail, maybe a little bit more or less, depending on condition of the item. But that's our benchmark. That's what we're trying to get at, is half of retail for selling that item. Now, when our buyers see that, they have the opportunity to go out and find it, the legwork that we do, and find it on the other end of the lower apps or wherever we find it from. But they decide to go on to eBay or go on to whatever app. They want to pay for it and they want it delivered to their house. They want the easy way out a lot of times. So
and for a cheaper cost than new.
That's right. That's what they do. And we're providing a good service of finding the item. We get it to them for a great price, because if they go out and buy the item new, they have to pay almost double what they're paying when they're buying it from us. So in that arena, the buyers are very, very happy with the items that we're selling them. And yeah, we're definitely not taking advantage of them.
Yeah. And so we want to dive into our last three items that we just flipped, just to show you kind of like a ballpark of what we do. So the first one was those encoders.
That's right. We have an encoder that I don't really know what this does. We bought, I think we bought 5 or 6 of them from one of our vendors. He got them from a storage auction or something like that. They are brand spanking new. We listed them for $400. We paid $5 for them. The vendor didn't know what to do with them. Like I said, he bought a whole lot of stuff. He was making money on it by selling it piece by piece. We paid $5 for it. We sold them for $400 on eBay. Now, you guys might think, that's a ridiculous profit. How can you guys do that? Check it out. This is why. The retail on those items were between $3,500 and $5,000. And we sold them for $400.
So that buyer got a great deal.
He did. He could have actually went out and paid retail for it and spent all that extra money when our items were brand spanking new, and he was getting them for, that's a lot less than half of retail on that item. So that is one of the last items that we sold. That is the kind of deal that we usually like to provide to our buyers, is giving them at the huge reduced rate of what they would pay if they were buying it for retail.
Yeah, the pole saw was another one.
The pole saw, this was actually a hydraulic commercial pole saw that we got. And these range retail, they range from anywhere from $1,400 to $2,200. And we sold it for $800 with free shipping on it. So
we got it for $50 off of Facebook Marketplace.
That's it. We paid $50 for it, sold it for $800, which was great markup on it. But at the same time, we're not taking advantage of the buyer, because the buyer got it for a huge discount rate, unless he went, if he were to go and buy it retail from one of these other sites. So in that case, exactly, we charge a little bit, $1,300, $1,400, so it would have been more towards $700, but we also had to pay for shipping. So they still, in the grand scheme of things, were almost at the lowest end of the prices we found for retail. They were still able to get it at almost 50% of retail, buying it from us.
And the stove.
The stove, I think it was a Frigid Air 40-inch stove. This one's kind of a unique one. I found retail comps on this when we actually bought it, and retail was anywhere from $3,500 to $4,500. We sold it for $2,800, including shipping. This was a very unique stove because of the 40-inch stove. A lot of stoves are either 30-inch, 36-inch, or 48 inches.
They don't find.
Exactly. So when this buyer found this on eBay, he was super excited about it. We shipped it to him. It actually went on a pallet. We shipped it to him. He paid $2,800, including shipping. We bought it for $200, and then that's right. We made a total profit after it was all said and done, a little over $2,000. But he got it for half of retail. If you were able to find it, it was a discontinued stove, so he had to cut out in his kitchen for a 40-inch stove, and they're hard to find. So we gave him that deal for $2,800, what he paid all said and done, shipping and the product, and he got it for almost half of retail. If he were able to find it for retail, he would have had to pay $3,500 to $4,500 for the retail price of the item.
And he was super happy. He even left you some good feedback.
He left me amazing feedback that he doesn't typically leave feedback, but in this case, he was so extremely happy with the deal that he actually left feedback saying that he was excited. So in that case, that's what we love. That's what we do this business for, is to be able to provide a service to our buyers, to give them the great deals on items that they can't find, that are discontinued, that we take the time to go out and find, and then we bring them to them. So we love this business. We do not feel in any way that it is taking advantage of the buyers or the sellers when we're buying items.
We're going to jump into the buyers, but one thing I think people also forget about is that all the stores they mark up their prices too. They're buying them at a wholesale price, mark them up so they make their money. That's how
That's how business works. You could not have a business if you weren't in business to make money.
Right.
Now we do it, like I said, anybody could do exactly what we do. They could go out, they could learn how to find the items low as they can on these different apps, yard sales, flea markets.
They just want that item and they want it now. So we're doing all the legwork of storing the item and doing all that.
That's it. So, and that's why.
So now what about your buyers? So your people you're buying from on apps or the flea market, you're buying them at low cost. Are you taking advantage of them?
That's right. Now this comes into to play with it too. And a lot of my vendors that I buy from the flea market, their normal routine is going to, throughout the week, they go to storage auctions, they buy big lots of items, they bring them out to the flea market and they sell them piece by piece. Now I have to hunt through those items to find what I want, and then I can buy an individual piece from that vendor. That's where my work comes in. That's where they're getting paid small amounts of money on a lot of items. They're moving a lot of inventory to make that money. They are happy with the price that they're getting, whether I negotiate the price down because I don't want to spend that much on the item, or whether I pay the price that they're asking. They are still asking that price. They start with what they want, and then I either negotiate or I pay the price for it. So they're happy with what they're getting. They're moving a lot of items versus us moving very few items for a higher profit. So it's a different business model, but it all works together in the grand scheme of things. They're making money, we're making money.
And you're a repeat customer for that.
Exactly.
You buy stuff from the same people a lot of times and they want to keep selling to you. So, and they'll even say, hey, I got this. Come check it out. So, and even on apps, half the time people just want to get rid of stuff.
They do.
They're decluttering and they'll give it away half the time. So
you can find appliances, you can find people redoing their kitchen and all that stuff that they will just give it away. Is that taking advantage of them because I'm taking a good appliance and then I'm bringing it to a buyer who needs it and appreciates it and make money on it? No, it's not, guys. This is just how the business works. So we're super excited when we can find items for cheap and then make the huge markup on them when we're able to sell them on eBay to bring them to that right buyer, and then we ship them to them.
And I was going to say, even a lot of times, half of the vendors know that you sell on eBay, but they just don't want to do it. They don't want to mess with it. People don't want to mess with shipping, and so that's fine. They have a different business model, and so it works.
It does. And the vendors will even show me on their phone, look at what this thing's selling for on eBay, but this is what we want for it. And I'm like, that's great. Go sell it on eBay. If a vendor tells me that and they want that kind of money from eBay, that's so much easier to take your stuff to a flea market and sell it at a lower price. And it is throw it on eBay, shipping, storing, and all that kind of stuff. That's where our business comes in. This is our business model. We've made a great living on our business model, but it's different. Everything works together on their business model, on our business model, and that's how we all make money and that's how we survive.
Yeah, and we want everybody happy. We want our customers happy and our vendors happy. So
and we couldn't keep buying from our vendors if they were upset at us making money, but they know what we do. So they continue to sell us stuff. They're making money quick. At the same time, we take a little bit longer to make money sometimes because we have to ship it, we have to list it, we have to do all that stuff to get it online. So like I said, it's just a different business models working together to everybody being able to make money. And if we didn't buy from them, somebody else might buy it or they might not buy it. And that's one of the things where we're providing a service to them, getting rid of they're able to get rid of their items, we're buying it, we're selling it, getting rid of our items. So it's like I said, it's everybody working together in this system.
So everybody makes some money.
That's it.
Or gets the items they need.
So in conclusion, no, it does not take advantage of people. It is just a different business model. It's the same thing if you went and looked at Walmart, if you looked at Publix, if you looked at any grocery chain or any retail store. They're in the business to buy it lower and then sell it higher to make money. We're in the same business. Now we hunt a little bit harder for our items because we want them for a lower price to make a higher profit on them. So it does not take advantage of people. That's how the world works, guys. This is how you make a living. So no, it does not take advantage of people. That's what we want to tell you. And like
especially when you do it with integrity.
Exactly.
And that's up to every individual out there. Like there are people who can go and scam people, but that's not our style.
No.
That's not what we would ever recommend to anybody, and that's not how we run our business. So.
And like Melissa said in the beginning, this is not something that always comes up. Every once in a while, we'll get a crazy comment. You guys know who you're out there that you think this is taking advantage of people. That's the only reason we did this this video, is to show you guys that it doesn't take advantage of people. It's everybody working together, just like it does in every other business. Everybody has to make money to survive, and this is just how it works.
Yep.
So, all right, you guys are rock. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, see ya.
See ya.